50,000 सब्सक्राइबर्स हो गए. नाउ ऑन टू 75. मैं रुकने वाली तो हूं नहीं, तो जो लाल रंग का सब्सक्राइब बटन है उस पर क्लिक करें एंड दैट बेल आइकन नेक्स्ट टू इट. जैसे ही नया रिव्यू आएगा सबसे पहली नोटिफिकेशन विल कम टू यू ओनली यार. You know what my biggest takeaway from this film is? That only Hrithik Roshan should be permitted to walk in slow motion, and he should always have this facial hair situation going on. Oh my god. Hey all, my name is Sucharita. This is my channel where I talk about films and occasionally with people making films as well. Today, you're watching a movie review. We're talking about Pushkar Gayatri's Vikram Vedha, the Hindi version now in movie theatres. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. There will be a little red button right here. Okay, now, I haven't watched the original Tamil film, but I have watched Pushkar Gayatri's Sudal, The Vortex, a massive, expansive series on Amazon Prime Video. Jiska review you can watch right here. I'm going to link to it. That was a brave, poignant and important show, a thriller about a missing child, murders, local politics, worker unions, all unfolding as a religious festival takes place over 10 days. Each day a new celebration reveals a new darkness underneath a new layer of the many characters. Nothing is as it seems, unpredictable, thoroughly original. Unpredictability is crucial to a thriller, right? One shouldn't be able to guess what's about to happen next until the filmmakers decide it's time. But can one really carry out the empathetic, high-energy detective work required to enjoy and feel one with the thriller if the only clue/background info you're being told to keep with you is how great all of it looks? Alright, I'm gonna explain. Vikram Vedha begins with the voiceover combined with animation, giving you an extreme abridged version of the Vikram Betal folklore in case the title hadn't tipped you off. It's supposed to make your viewing experience easier, but considering the rest of the film is not very challenging to comprehend, I wondered why this was required.
किसको सजा देंगे आप? करवाने वाले को या करने वाले को?
You meet a trigger-happy cop, Vikram, who seems almost proud of his many kills, a number higher than most gangsters, because to him, he's ridding the world of evil. He's hunting Vedha, a man who's progressed from hired local goon to I'm not quite certain what his business is, but he's powerful and dangerous. Vedha loves his younger brother, and when the younger brother comes in harm's way, destruction and death follow. It's evident director duo Pushkar Gayatri like exploring the origins, meaning and relevance of India's diverse and sprawling folklore and how modern formats of storytelling could be used and should be used to question the morals and values we were taught as children. It's a fascinating pursuit, one not many filmmakers are interested in, but one which could make for incredible films. We know these stories, but in a world where every 5 to 6 months algorithms dictate and alter human interactions and community practices, these tales don't quite mean what they used to and perhaps require an update, a reboot as well. To achieve this, via their exploration of Vikram Betal, Pushkar Gayatri put together an incredible star cast. Saif Ali Khan in his white polo shirts is the new king Vikramaditya, who originally was supposed to be the upholder of all good and all, but in this new world, perhaps he is more evil than he realizes. हर evil की कमापन होती है तो सामने है एक नया वेताल. Unlike the garish caricature of a dishonorable bhoot type, this new Vedha owns every bit of space he occupies, and in his kurta jeans combo is very much a man also in the middle of good and evil, forcing the world around him to question कि कोई evil बनता है तो क्यों? Is the good responsible for germinating the bad? The systems created by powerful men, kings and monarchs, they make sure thieves and murderers abound.
अच्छे और बुरे में चुनना तो बड़ा आसान होता है सर, लेकिन ई कहानी में तो दोनों बुरे हैं.
I would have liked to know more about Saif's Vikram, just a little bit. His father was also a cop and beat him as a child, and yet he wants to be like his father. He's in the same profession, repairs his dad's old motorcycles in his spare time. It's a fleeting comment on the pressures of family legacy and masculinity, which is not explored much further. Despite being encumbered with the trappings of a Hindi movie cop, the measured actor here taps into a very slim space he's provided, where he's given room to explore a new side to Vikram's personality, which he discovers as Vedha teaches him life lessons. Then, as he expands this space and his Vikram transforms, the awareness that just being the upholder of the law doesn't make him or the law, in fact, always necessarily right. This is brought out via excellent acting and some spectacular action sequences, which the actor executes flawlessly. Radhika Apte plays Priya, his wife. She's a lawyer, and despite being a gifted actor, the movie doesn't quite provide her with much to do. A flashback sequence with Vikram and Priya's love story felt weird and unnecessary, not gonna lie. Hrithik Roshan as Veda is an obelisk of a man, a sight to behold. His body language is superhumanly effortless and loose considering the amount of action he's being made to do. Watch out for the world's most chill parkour sequence as Veda escapes cops in his neighborhood. In Veda, the movie questions its own moral compass just as much as it does Vikram's, ours, and traditional storytelling as well. You see, this new Vetal is not just telling stories with open endings open to interpretation. He's the lead character in all these stories. So it's not easy for the viewers to see him as simply the bad guy motivated by money and greed or mischief. Also, he's more good looking and obviously attractive compared to most people around him, which begets the question, did we always dislike Betal just because of the way he was made to look? It's a tremendous performance, I dare say one of Hrithik's best, and it's wonderful to see this assured, measured side of him. Chef's kiss.
गेम क्या है तुम्हारा?
यही तो आपको पता लगाना है सर।
The city of Lucknow is a great choice to set this film in. Old Havelis and abandoned castles, they serve as locations for important scenes, again emphasizing that the old doesn't need to be demolished to give way to the new. But if upkeep, maintenance and a coat of paint isn't provided, glory sirf naam ki bachegi, koi point hai nahi living in delusions of long lost grandeur. Both Hrithik and Saif though have the patchiest UP accents, a problem made visible because of how verbose the dialogue is. Actors like Rohit Saraf, Sharib Hashmi don't face the same trouble due to less screen time. At nearly 2 hours 40 minutes, the thriller side of things tends to get diluted due to sheer length. But as your interest begins to wane, a majestic climax sequence with both Hrithik and Saif being fabulous in slow motion arrives, and our older millennial need to feel some sort of nostalgia all the time is satiated. Two movie stars back again together this time on a big screen to make us feel all the feels. It will begin to rain when their emotions overflow, bullets will miss them, and everyone else around will not possess half the charisma or cognitive abilities as our heroes. I did not go into this film keeping this expectation in mind, but this truly was mostly what held my attention. आप जाकर देख कर आओ थिएटर में and then tell me what you think.
रेडियो पे गाना आ रहा है, निकल जाएगा। पहले सुन लेते हैं ना, 2 मिनट क्या फर्क पड़ता है? अरे यार।
So on a scale of 1 to 10, Vikram Veda is 3 stories within the larger fame story. The first had my interest, the remaining 2 not so much. Let me know in the comments what you think. This week we're also talking about Don't Worry Darling and PS1. So please make sure you click that subscribe button and there's a bell icon right next to it. If you click that as well, you will know when the reviews go up. My name is Sucharita. Thank you for stopping by.